Hello, this is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight is. And what an amazing day I'm having, and if some of you, if you were in my situation right now, you'd say, how is this a great day? But I am so blessed. I am blessed with the connections that God has given me. So I am. I am so happy and so content in my life. I'm so grateful for what God, the universe, and the archangels are doing in my world, in my life here in the 5D. So anyway, Starlight, it's not that everything is going the way it was planned, but I know everything is going to work out. That's why I'm not worried, and I know that it will take care of itself. So anyway, if you are watching this YouTube channel and you've been following me, I just hope you're getting out in nature because, like this morning, I've been doing really good. I woke up at 6 in the morning, Starlight did, and I was outside in the cold morning breeze, with my, my fall jacket, So I did make it through the morning. It was such a cool breeze, though it felt good as it was warming up. So make sure you get out, and if you want some cool weather, morning times are the best. And also, if you are new to my YouTube channel, and I'm sorry about the lighting, is because on this trail it's going to be all sun. So I'm like in a shady area here, and I'm just trying to figure out where the best spot is for me, and I'm really been running from one thing to another. But if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman. Plus, you could give this video a thumbs up, and you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can also leave a message down below, beep, 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 and you could follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman. Plus, don't forget, like Starlight almost did, because I'm like, woo, is you could share my videos with your family, your friends, a donkey, or a sheep. So yeah, share my videos with your pet sheep. Why not? They could get something out of this. How to be kind to their other animal friends. I don't know. So besides that, like I said, you can follow me on Instagram and on Facebook at Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So I am here. I made it, and because I gave myself more time today, so now I got other things that I got to work on. So anyway, this video is about facing your fears, and now I have never gone on this trail here. This is mainly for, anybody like bikes or people on foot. And this is right where the library is. I never walked on here, so I decided this is a great time to do this today because of my situation. So, beep. So yeah, I have never been on here, so we're gonna go on this hike, this trail here, this bike path or whatever, together. And so I love exploring new places, and I'll tell you, Starlight, one of these days, one of these years, Starlight's going to make it out of the United States. I'm going to have my passport, and I'm going to travel the world. That has been, even when I was a kid, I was kind of having issues as a child, where a lot of people were going on vacations and leaving their state, going somewhere, doing something, and where was Starlight? Working in the garden. But, working in the garden actually taught me to be a hard worker, and that's what I am, is a hard worker. And anyway, here we go. And today's video is, I made videos before, but this is a little different. This is about facing your fears. And I'm sorry you can't really see me, but this is so important. Video is face your fears. And I wouldn't be out here. In what state is Starlight? I'm in the United States, so that's one of, I gave a lot of clues. Some of you are very smart, and you might have an idea of where in the world is Starlight. So there's a lot of different clues, bits and pieces of information on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to travel the world one day But this video is about facing your fears, and like I said, this is so important. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for my mentor years ago that was teaching me to let love guide you, not fear. And I'll tell you what, that man has impacted my life, in ways that I never would expect. So I have to say thank you to him. And so I had the fear of driving a half hour away from my house. Even I was afraid to even meet men on a dating app, even though I didn't want to be single, even though I wanted to go out and meet men, is that if they were in an area that I never went to or didn't even hear of, I'm like, I'm not going there. And the fear was, at the time, I thought was real, but really, we actually cause that fear. We create that fear in our own minds. So, and, I know it had a lot to do with a car accident, but, even people that have been in car accidents, they still can break that fear in getting back behind the driver's seat and go places. Because, just because something happened once, it doesn't mean that it's going to happen again. So, and the reason why I'm making this video is because, I meet a lot of people, and I meet a lot of people that are afraid. I have some people that want to do things, but they're afraid. The reason why I want to make this video about facing your fears is that when you face your fears, you're going to open up a whole doorway or a new window of opportunities in your world, and you'll be able to experience things that you never thought you could because you're letting go of that fear. And I don't know, I'm a lady, of course. Some of you are ladies out there and some of you are men, and I don't know who you are. I know somebody out there is very brave, and he's very smart, but is that we create those fears in our mind. Sometimes it has a lot to do with the background that we have, or like what kind of movies did you watch growing up? That has a really big, huge impact on us, is what kind of movies have you watched? That can cause a lot of fear, so this topic is actually going to be connected to another topic at another video, but I really want to stay focused right here, right now, on letting go of facing your fears. And that's pretty much wrapped up with letting go of fear. Let love guide you, not fear. But what are you afraid of? And some of you, right off the bat, I'm not afraid of nothing. I met a guy a while back out in Troy, New York, and it was really something here, It was a cover-up. That's what I saw, is that it was a cover-up. And he had a motorcycle, really beautiful motorcycle, and I put this in a story a long time ago, but I'm not going to repeat that same story. But his helmet had a lot of stickers on it, a lot of sayings on it, and not all motorcycle people, we do see those motorcycle people out there, from different groups, or I'm not sure if you call them cults or whatever, but there's organizations, that ride motorcycles, because there's Christian organizations that, they're driving around and they got these cool jackets, maybe it's like they got some kind of saying on their jacket, and then there's other people that could be in gangs, that have jackets made and they all hang out with each other. But so the ones that I'm talking about is the ones, that are in gangs or certain groups that they think they're tough. And well, this guy actually had a sticker on his helmet saying no fear. But you know what? As I was getting to know him, he did have fear. It was fear that he couldn't see, though. And we all, at one point in our life, went through that, or even is going through that now, is There's fear that's kind of, we don't think it's a fear. We don't recognize that it's fear. You know, like taking a stand, you know, and using your voice. Some people are afraid to use their voice and stand up for people. Some people, you know, they could be like Starlight, afraid to get a license, to get a car. Now, I wasn't afraid of getting a license. I just didn't have anybody to teach me. So, but eventually, the year of 95, when I was like 25, I finally got my license, you know, and I passed it the first time. So, now, some people have fear of swimming. Some people have a fear of letting go of relationships that no longer serve them. Yep. I can't say that was really Starlight very much, especially when she got older. You know, when I was young, yeah, that was different. I thought I needed those people. And as I got older and more mature and was learning the lessons of those relationships, I was learning, you know what? I don't need you, because if I stay in this relationship, it's going to make my life a living hell. And I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to be depressed. And, you know, I might even want to end my life being in that relationship. So I realized, you know what? I'm better off on my own. Blank you. I'm out the door and gone, you know. So so we all have, you know, like all kinds of fears, and like the universe will test our ass out. You know, like I had the fear about moving out of my apartment. I was like, you know, the fear of letting go of my cleaning business. You know, I'm thinking, if I let go of my cleaning business, how am I going to make money? Well, you know, that has almost been a whole year now, and Starlight has been in her car living without any income from a job coming in. Now, how the heck did Starlight pull that one off? No, it wasn't by getting money from men to have sex. Absolutely not. You know, some of you might have thought that, but absolutely not. Not this chick. So, how did Starlight make it? I had to let love guide me and not fear, and I had to trust the universe, and I had to trust God, that God was going to take care of all my needs. And here I am still today, going, still in my car, making it happen. And, you know, so some of you have a hard time of letting go of jobs that no longer serve you. You're miserable. You can't stand it. You dread it the night before as you're getting your clothes ready and taking your shower and going to bed. Others of you wake up in the morning and you're dreading. I mean, you like the drive to work. Starlight's been there. You know, that drive to work when you just had enough, but you still get in your car and you still bring your lunch, if you even get a lunch there, if they give you enough hours. And you still force yourself to go to that job that no longer is serving you, because you think that's what you got to do, because that's what society told you is what you got to do. But that is not so. I'm a living proof on that. You know, so I've actually, without you knowing, I'm actually starting a thing right now in the community where I am. I didn't know that God was going to do this to me. You know, God actually gives me these numbers through the universe and the archangels, you know, is to do what I'm doing now, you know, and I just got messages, you know, over and over again. Starlight, what you're doing now, keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right path. So I'm like, okay. So, you know, because I was questioning, am I doing what God wants me? And I keep on, you know, so God knows my thoughts. And so God uses the universe to send those numbers, you know, repeated numbers to me, or numbers that stand out, to give me the message, yes, Starlight, you're right where God wants you. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm going to be perfect, but it means that I'm where I belong right now. So like some of you, and it, you know, I've seen this over and over again in my life where people, like I said earlier, they're in relationships. They might have the job of their dreams. They might be happy at their workplace. They might even be getting the money that they feel that they earn, you know, that they deserve as far as a job. But now they got to drive home. And then they dread it. They dread it. Some of them, you know, these relationships, they have kids, a husband or a wife, and they dread going home because they're tired of the shit. They're tired of all the nonsense that's going on at the house. They're tired of seeing moms or dads not being a good example to the children. They're tired of the fakeness. They're tired of the lies. They're tired of hearing the complaints, you know, when they've done everything they could. But you know what? They're afraid to leave that person. They're afraid that they can't do it on their own. They're afraid that they got to make those changes in order to find anything, but they don't want to be alone because they don't want to spend time alone with themselves. So you got to face these fears, you know. There's times that I go through some things in my day, you know, and I'm like, you know, if I complain about it, but then I just keep on repeating it, I don't have to repeat those things. I could, you know what? Okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. I got to give myself a pat on the back. You know, and my mentor really helped me out in so many ways. Is I don't drink alcohol anymore. Cigarettes was gone long time ago, 30-something years, you know, 33, you know, going on 34 years of no smoking cigarettes, you know, not drinking alcohol. That's been like a couple years. Not smoking pot. That's probably, it's getting close to a, you know, like a, that's actually, it's not smoking pot. It's probably been almost getting to like a year of not smoking any marijuana, you know. So I've let go of a lot of things that were not serving me. And there's things in your life, you know, you got to let go of. And the reason why, again, why I'm making this video is because not too long ago, I had a man that was stalking me at a park. I've had this happen to me since I was a little kid, having family members or, you know, friends of the family, you know, that would come to my parents' house, you know, and do stuff, you know, like there's a lot of that stuff going on. A lot of people don't want to admit to it. But, you know, I've had some creepy crawly things going on as a child, you know, and then as a teenager, in my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, and now in my 50s. And it's not just men, but women go through this a lot, is to having people that are stalking you, following you around and bugging you, you know. And my whole life, I learned to run away and hide somewhere, or just don't go there anymore. And I said, you know what? No. I'm tired of running away. I'm tired of hiding. I'm not hiding anymore. I'm not going to run away anymore. I'm going to face my fear. Blank you. I'm going to face my fear. I'm tired of running. I'm tired of hiding. And you know what I learned? One day I made a video and I said, you know what? I'm going to that park. You know what? I'm going to do my yoga at the same spot where I was, where that man would just come and watch me do yoga, you know, and wait for me to get done with yoga. You know, last time I seen him is I told him, you know, I don't want no company with you. I don't want to talk to you. And I was waiting for that next time, if I seen him again, that I was, you know, if he bothered me again, I was going to say, you do this anymore, I will call the cops. I'm not running anymore. You know what I realize? I let love guide me and not fear. The next day after I made that video a while back, I said, you know, I'm going right to that yoga spot where I like that spot. It's in the shade, you know. I don't need to hide at a park and nobody's there. I want to inspire other people to do yoga. That's why I wanted to be there. There's a lot of people that go there. I want to inspire people, and I did. And I was. And I am. I had so many people that would walk by and see me doing yoga, and it was inspiring. They wanted to join me. And I said, yep, I'm going to face my fear. I ended up going right back to that same yoga spot. That guy was out there every blank morning waiting for me. You know what? Because we're in the Matrix, after I decided I'm taking a stand and I'm going to face my fears and I'm going to go to that park and I'm going to go in that same yoga spot and I'm going to do my yoga. And I'm not afraid of him, and I wasn't afraid of him. It was just creepy that to have somebody like this to follow me around and say what he was saying. He disappeared. I haven't seen him since. So it is, you know, it is something how we gotta face whatever it is. You know, don't run away from shit. You know, face it, right on. And you'll be amazed what God could show you and what God can do to you in your life. Open up doors of opportunity. You don't like that job? You're miserable at that job? I know you're afraid. You're afraid because you think everything's going to cave in. See, that's what's stopping you. That's what's holding you in to be miserable. How long are you going to stay there? Forever? Your lifetime? Because you're afraid to let go of that job that you can't stand, and they're not even respecting you. They're not even giving you what you deserve. They won't even give you full-time hours you ask, but they just keep you on a leash. And that relationship that you know is not serving you. How long are you going to stay in that relationship? You know, what are you going to give your whole life up over a relationship that keeps you miserable and you're not happy?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Everyone needs to face their fears.
Yes, amen. You know, you gotta face these things. You gotta let go of that toxic relationship. I can't force you to do shit. You gotta decide this all on your own. You gotta decide, you know what, you're right, Starlight, I had enough. I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this anymore. I can't even sleep at night. Did you hear that brother back there, man? He just yes, he loves it. You know? Yep, he needed that message. This is why God sent me out here. There's no accident why I came out on this bike trail. This is exactly where God wanted me to go. So you gotta face your fears. You gotta say, I've had enough. I've had enough. And you'd be surprised what God is going to do in your life when you do. The doors will open up for you. They will open up. This is a bridge. I love bridges. But doors will open up. See, I'm going from one side to another, you know. But you know, that you think that person is the only person meant for you in your life? No. You know what? They say there's plenty of fish out in the sea. There's plenty of men and women out there for you and for me. So don't let, you know, your old ways of thinking getting in your way. You gotta stand up and say, I've had enough. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm gonna pack up my bags. I'm gonna leave this job. You know, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I'm taking back my power. I'm taking back my life. I want to live free. I want my peace and happiness back. And I know I can get it back by ending this toxic relationship. This person doesn't respect me. This person doesn't love me. I've been just used this whole time and treated like shit. There's other people out there, other men and women that would love to be in a relationship with you. But you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe that there are other people out there. Just because you haven't found that one out there yet, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. When you let go of fear, when you let love guide you and not fear, God's gonna bless you with what you're searching for. And yeah, that means that you're gonna have to work for it. It's not gonna come easy. It was never meant to be easy. But today is the day that you have to decide on what you wanna keep on repeating, or what you wanna let go of. Think of me when you're in that house, in that relationship, or at that job. Think of me, when you're miserable and you're working and you want that freedom. I know people right now that are my family members. They might not be that close family members, but they're jealous and envious of Starlight because I'm not out there working a 9 to 5 like they are. It's not my fault that they won't let go of fear. They want to go and travel the world, but they're held back because they're afraid they can't do it. They don't trust and believe in themselves. They don't trust and believe in God. I don't even know if they have a relationship with God. So anyway, since I'm in the shady area, I really hope you get a lot of help from this video like that. I'm calling people brothers and sisters out here. But like that man out here, he had his head covered because it is hot on this trail. He's protecting his skin, and his head from the sun. But that was awesome, He's like, thank you. This is why I'm out here. It's no, I've never been on this hiking trail out here. I call it a bike trail more than a hiking trail. But see, if you didn't get this message, that guy sure did. He needed that message. So I love you so much. Nothing's going to change until you make the change. You got to take the first step by letting go of those things that no longer serve you. Like my mentor said, I can't take credit for this statement, but let love guide you, not fear. And that is so true, and that's why I'm here. I didn't get here where I am, in the state that I am. I didn't get here to be able to travel all around the United States. I've been all over. I've been all the way to Miami, Florida. Who in my right mind would I ever think that Starlight by herself, I always thought I had to have somebody drive me around and do this for me. I was wrong. I let go of that person too, and that one, and I am so blown happy right now. I'm like, if you could just feel the joy that I have and the peace that I have right now because I let go of fear, you'd be amazed of what I've experienced and the things that I've learned on my journey here. So you can enjoy these same things. And yes, it takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get where I am. And I'm doing things that I never thought in my world, in my lifetime, that I would ever do. I thought I was always going to be stuck in the same town with the same people every day, going to the same places all the time. But no, that's keeping myself in a box. I don't want to be in a box. And I don't think you want to be in a box either. So you're the one that could set yourself free from any toxic relationship or even families. As your families, are you afraid to let go of a family member? Maybe you're living with a family member. Maybe it's not, maybe you're tired of being a slave to them, and that they've deceived you and they tricked you and they got you into a mess. You thought they were helping you out, but you didn't know how many strings were attached to your ass. That's why I don't stay with anybody. How many strings, and God wanted me to move on anyway, so I love you so much. This is Starlight. You could give this video a thumbs up. You could subscribe to this YouTube channel. Plus, you can leave a message down below, beep, 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 and you can share my videos. You could share my videos with your pet cow, your family members. Don't forget your family members or your friends. And, let me see. A rat? You got a pet rat? Some people do, but they're not their pets. But anyway, you could share my videos with a rat. Starlight doesn't really want to be friends with a rat. But anyway, besides sharing, you can check out my playlist, and you can also follow me on Instagram, and that's at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. I love you all. I really do. I say what I say because I love you. If I didn't give two shits about you, I wouldn't even bother having a YouTube channel. So anyway, I do love you. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace.